evening, everyone. Welcome to our friends, our family, faculty, staff, administrators, and most importantly, to our graduates. It's my great pleasure to welcome you this evening to the pinning ceremony for the radiography program here at Mercer County Community College. I'm Liz Mazurek. I'm the Dean of Science, Health Professions, and Nursing. So today's pinning ceremony marks not only the completion of a rigorous academic and clinical journey, but also the beginning of a meaningful and impactful professional path in healthcare, and possibly a sign that you can take a break from late night studying and maybe get a little sleep. I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone to silence their cell phones. As the evening goes on, I know many of you want to take pictures and videos, so just please be mindful of those around you and don't obstruct other views. We also have our official college photographer over in the corner there taking pictures, and those pictures will be available on the college website as well. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost, Dr. Robert Schreier, for some congratulatory remarks.
Thank you, Dean Mizarek, and thank you to everyone here for giving me a moment of your time. First of all, I want to congratulate our graduates. You guys did it. It wasn't easy, but you've done it. So congratulations, and tonight's all about you. You know, and when I say it's all about you, it's about celebrating you and the hard work that you've put in over the past couple of years engaging in this program. It's about those hard nights, the tireless effort that you've put in, the clinicals, the studying in the labs, all that you've done. But it's also, there's another piece of this that I want to acknowledge. It's about you as a person. You've chosen to be in a profession where you're going to help others. You've chosen to be in a profession where you're going to be meeting people on the hardest days of their lives, many of them in pain, in challenges, getting bad news, some in good terms, right, for sure. But you're going to be meeting them in challenging times often, or life-changing times. And you've chosen to be the one standing there helping them. You've chosen to be the one getting that radiographic image prepared so that they can get their diagnosis proper or they can get supported as they need. You've chosen to be there in their time of need, and that takes a special person. So I want to commend you all for that, congratulate you for that, and celebrate you tonight for that. So I'd also like to acknowledge a few other individuals around the room, and I asked the graduates to just look around, all across the room, right? We know that you didn't get here alone, right? When you look back in the audience here, you have family, friends, and loved ones who helped get you here. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge them as well. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for allowing your friends and family members to take this journey with us at Mercer, spend so much time here with us or out in the clinical sites, learning to become a better clinician and ultimately to achieve this goal. So we know that commitment doesn't come easily, so thank you for supporting them in doing it. And later on, after tonight, don't forget to thank them as well. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge another group of individuals that were right there beside you this whole way. Our amazing faculty, our faculty, staff, the clinicians around you, those in your clinicals, those in your labs. Many of them are sitting right here, including your dean as well. I want to acknowledge that they're there with you, right? You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child, but it also takes a village to navigate through the challenges of academic rigor, right? To navigate through the challenges of learning how to both have the knowledge, but also have the gentle touch and the gentle affect when you're treating that patient, right? So I want to acknowledge all the hard work for your faculty and staff. So let's give them a round of applause. So this program has earned outstanding reputation. It really has. When the accreditors come in, who's the accrediting body that takes a look at all of our programs like this and makes sure that we're doing our job properly, we pass with flying colors, exemplary remarks. In fact, the last time they came through, they didn't have really any recommendations for us, but most importantly, took back some information with them of how good we do things. And that's a testament to your faculty and staff as well. It's also a testament to you all as students, right? That the rigor in this program truly prepares you for your boards, and I know that's definitely true because I know not everybody's taken it yet, but for those of you that have taken it, you've all passed, so congratulations. That's not easy, and not a lot of schools can say that, right? So congratulations. For those of you that haven't got to take it yet, I'm sure you're going to do the same. Just get in there and get it done. You're ready. This program has prepared you. So when I say it's prepared you academically, that's the obvious, right? I've already touched on this a bit, but I can't let this go. As a patient care clinician myself in my years past, I know that it's not easy choosing a profession where you're going to be helping people, where you might be having a bad day, but when that patient's in front of you, they're probably having a worse day, and you need to put that face on to make sure that they know they can be reassured and comforted. And that's another piece of this puzzle. Those individuals are going to be coming to you during times of need, right? And technology is advancing every day, right? The imaging's getting better. AI is analyzing the imaging. There's a chance, some of the MDs that are evaluating these images that you're taking might not even be needed in the future, right? What can't be replaced, though, is you, right? The people that are there with that patient, giving them that warm, welcoming, calming look, that look of reassurance as they're going through that imaging procedure, right? So remember that as well, right? You've chosen a profession that you're helping people, and a profession that's not going to be taken over by AI, but more importantly, can't be, because it requires that compassion and that support that you're going to be bringing to the table. So I want to acknowledge that as well. And, lastly, I just want to acknowledge the importance of this ceremony tonight. I think it'll be touched on a little bit throughout the ceremony, so I won't steal their thunder. But, a degree recognizes the academic rigor, the knowledge, the hard work that you've put in, and that's important. But a pin and a pinning ceremony recognizes that you're joining a profession. You're joining a team of individuals that have chosen this path before you, and now will be there to support you side by side. As you can see from many of your clinicians and your instructors and adjunct professors and those out in the clinical fields, they're giving back to help support you as you're learning, and I hope that you do that as well in the future. And I hope you come back here and teach as well, so keep that in mind too. So with that said, on behalf of Mercer County Community College, on behalf of myself and our president, who couldn't be here tonight, I want to thank you for choosing Mercer. I want to thank you for trusting us with your education and making us part of your journey. But most importantly, I want to wish you a congratulations and make sure you go enjoy this moment. You deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Schreier. Now, he always takes big parts of my speech, so I got to just kind of catch up to where I'm at. So I just want to acknowledge a couple of other people that aren't here with us tonight, but our support teams. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that help make sure our programs run. So Kara and Radhika in the office, I'm sure many of you have interacted with them in the past. And many students also receive support from our success specialist, Tashana Lewis. So there's another partner I want to acknowledge a special relationship with tonight, the Trenton Neighborhood Initiative. In partnership with the Trenton Health Team, Capitol Health's Trenton Neighborhood Initiative seeks to positively impact neighborhoods around Capitol Health Regional Medical Center and the broader Trenton community. T&I offers scholarships up to $5,000 per year for Trenton residents pursuing health-related short-term credentials or associate's degree here at Mercer, covering expenses not just tuition and books, but things like transportation and childcare. This partnership is really important, and many of our students here have benefited from that partnership, and it represents our shared commitment to health equity and access to education. All right. So, one of the things that we look at here is why health professions have a pinning ceremony at all. A lot of people are like, what's the significance of a pin? And so there's a little history lesson here. Throughout the ages, but going back down to like the medieval ages, badges were given to acknowledge service to a ruler or a community. By the earliest 20th century, badges were awarded to nursing school graduates, and that was a tradition in England that then traveled to the United States. And what the badge symbolized was an educated person who was prepared to serve the health needs of society. Over time, that badge evolved into a pin and expanded to include other healthcare disciplines. So at this time, I'd like to call Professor Greer to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, graduates, friends, family, faculty, staff, and administration of Mercer County Community College. Congratulations to the graduates, and welcome to the family and friends who have helped us arrive at this moment. Also, thank you to our tremendous staff, faculty, and administration here at Mercer County Community College. My name is Deborah Greer, and I am the program coordinator as well as a former graduate of Mercer County Community College's radiography program. Radiography class of 2026, I extend my sincerest congratulations. I'm proud of all of you and everything that you have achieved since you started at Mercer. Ulysses S. Grant, 18th President of the United States, said, and I quote, "Everyone has his superstitions. One of mine has always been, when I started to go anywhere or to do anything, never to turn back or to stop until that intended thing was accomplished. Each of you here tonight, because you accomplished your goal of earning the Associate's in Applied Science degree in radiography. Many of you have recently taken and passed the National Certification Exam and already have positions in the field. I look forward to seeing you if you're employed in one of our affiliate hospitals or outpatient locations. It is so rewarding to see our professional radiography graduates serving the community at large. Now that you are ready to begin your career in radiography, I offer you the following and encourage you to remain dedicated to every patient in your professional career. Continue to explore your options to pursue higher education that will open up additional opportunities, possibly in management, education, the public sector positions, and we need lots of educators. Seek additional certifications through advanced imaging modalities such as CT and/or MR imaging. Consider a clinical preceptor position if working at the clinical affiliates where students are assigned to promote excellence in the profession. Consistently challenge yourself to continue to achieve educational and career successes and be committed to lifelong learning. And finally, to explore the world to become more culturally enriched. Congratulations, radiography class of 2026. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Okay. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is when we go to pin, I'm going to request that Professor Heather Homelower-Sola come up and Dr. Rob Schreier and Dean Miserak. And if the students can now line up in alphabetical order, and when I call your name, come up to be pinned, okay? So we're going to start with, and you're going to come around this way. Yep. Yep. So the second row can stand up and come on around this way. And as I call your name, you're going to come up to see Professor Hummel. Okay. Maricruz Abad San Jose. Arandi Gamaj Amaduro. Kevin Barry. Katarine Correa Posada. Hassan Faiz. Look at it this way, it could be worse. I could be doing the pinning. Kevin Jose Figueroa. Giraldi Gallardo Darden. Come on around there. I'll try that one more time. Okay, Giraldi Gallardo Darden. Tashea Kinney Gleaton. Nicole Hunter. Adriana Lopez Sanchez. Victoria A. McGee. Whitney Maltby. Jose Rodriguez Chacon. Jessica Tajiboy Paxter. Simone Walker. And Pedro Zambrano. Okay, congratulations again, the class of 2026.
Okay, so at this time, we're going to do a slight change in our program. We're going to move right on to the Professional Excellence Award. So I'll turn it back to Professor Hummel.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Professor Heather Hummel-Anchola. I'm the clinical coordinator. Every year, the Radiography program gives a Professional Excellence Award to that student who excels in both their didactic courses and clinical education. This year's recipient is Adriana Lopez Sanchez. And you can come up. And now, oh, yes.
And at this time, I'd like to introduce also our valedictorian. So, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. To our faculty, clinical preceptors, family and friends, and our fellow graduates, thank you for being here to celebrate this incredible milestone. I've been thinking about what today means, and I've been coming back to the idea of an image and X-ray. As radiologic technologists, we don't necessarily create the image, we reveal it. We expose the anatomy that was already there. Our job is to position with care, use the right technique, and reveal what has been hiding under the skin all along. Our journey through this program has been very similar. If someone walked into the classroom on our first day, they probably would have seen a group of nervous students trying to learn a completely new language. When we first had our orientation, most of us wondered what a lead marker was and what we could possibly be writing with it. We were trying to memorize anatomy, understand the difference between position and view, trying to learn the physics of X-ray production, and wondering if we'd be able to remember all this new information. If we ever feel confident enough to call ourselves radiologic technologists. It felt overwhelming at times. If someone had asked us then what our future would look like today, I don't think any of us would have been able to picture this moment. The idea was there, but the image wasn't clear yet. Over the months that followed, lecture by lecture, lab by lab, clinical day by clinical day, the pictures gradually started to be more clear. The concepts began to click. We started feeling more confident and proficient in what we were learning, little by little. We made it through these 2 years, not because we suddenly became extraordinary people, but because this journey revealed the extraordinary qualities that have been within each one of us all along. Looking around this room today, I don't just see graduates who completed an X-ray program. I see people who quietly proved to themselves what they were capable of. Because while all of us arrived at the same destination, none of us traveled the same road. Some balanced full-time jobs, some care for children or family members, some faced financial hardships, some experienced loss, uncertainty, or struggles that few people around them ever knew about. Each one of us carried something invisible, but yet, every morning, we made the same choice. We showed up. Our presence here isn't luck, it isn't coincidence. It is a result of determination, sacrifice, and the decision to keep moving forward, even when the finish line felt impossibly far away. We showed up when we were tired. We showed up when life became overwhelming. We showed up when giving up would have been the easier option. And today, our perseverance and our presence here is evidence that hard work truly does pay off, not because success is guaranteed, but because perseverance has a way of revealing what you were made of. I don't think this program made us resilient. Life had already begun teaching many of us that lesson long before we walked into the classroom. What this program did was give us the opportunity to discover that resilience for ourselves. It gave us moments when quitting seemed like the easier option and reminded us that we were capable of choosing otherwise. It revealed strengths we didn't always know we possessed. That is resilience, compassion, determination, and courage. In many ways, that's exactly what radiography is about. Sometimes the most important things aren't immediately visible. You have to know where to look. You have to take time to understand what you're seeing, what you're working with, and adapt accordingly. And often the clearest picture reveals details that were hidden at first glance. Today, our family and friends see graduates. Our instructors see future colleagues. But we see something even more meaningful. We see ourselves becoming the people we once hoped we could be. We see every late night study session, every difficult exam, every patient who challenged us, every mistake that became a lesson, every clinical rotation that slowly replaced uncertainty with confidence, every moment that helped reveal who we have always been capable of becoming. Along the way, we also learned something that extends far beyond positioning and technique. Behind every image, there is a person, someone who is frightened, scared, someone who is hurting, someone who is waiting for answers, someone deserving of kindness, someone trusting us with their care during one of their most vulnerable moments of their lives. Our responsibility has never been to just obtain an image. It is to take care for the person while we do it. That is a privilege that I hope none of us ever takes for granted. Today isn't just the end of the program, it is the beginning of a career where we'll have the honor to make a meaningful difference in people's lives. To our faculty and clinical preceptors, thank you. Thank you for your patience, your guidance, for challenging us to become the professionals you always knew we could be. Thank you for believing in us and preparing us not only to perform our jobs well, but to perform them with compassion and professionalism. To our family and loved ones, thank you for encouraging us, believing in us, and supporting us through the countless hours we spent studying instead of being with you. We could not be standing here without you. Thank you for your sacrifice. The sacrifice that you made so that we could be here today. Your encouragement carried us through moments when even our own confidence fell short. And to my classmates, thank you. Thank you for celebrating one another's successes, for encouraging each other through difficult days, for proving that competition and kindness can coexist. It has been an honor to grow alongside all of you. When we first met, the image of our future wasn't certain. Today, it is much clearer, but it isn't finished. Every patient we care of, every lesson we continually learn, every challenge we overcome, every difficult decision we make, every act of compassion we choose, each will reveal another part of the image of the professionals and people we are still becoming. So today, let's celebrate more than a diploma. Let's celebrate that this journey has helped us reveal that beneath the uncertainty, beneath the stress, beneath the long nights and countless obstacles, we are people who have always been capable of extraordinary things, and today we got the opportunity to see it for ourselves. So congratulations, class of 2026. Now let's celebrate because we earned this. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Adriana. So at this time, I'll invite Professor Greer back up to the stage, and I'll ask the graduates to stand and turn to face the audience. We'll invite the graduates, radiography faculty, and any other imaging professionals in the audience to join us in reciting the Pledge for Imaging Professionals, which Professor Greer will lead you in.
Thank you again, Dr. Mizerek. Okay, just open up to the pledge. I'm going to recite a sentence, and then you're going to repeat that sentence, right? Okay? I wish to optimize the use of radiation in imaging patients and thereby pledge to put my patients' safety, health, and welfare first by optimizing imaging examinations to use only the radiation necessary to produce diagnostic quality images. To convey the principles of the Image Wisely program to the imaging team in order to ensure that my facility optimizes its use of radiation when imaging patients. To communicate optimal patient imaging strategies to referring physicians and to be available for consultation. To routinely review imaging protocols to ensure that the least radiation necessary to acquire a diagnostic quality image is used for each examination. And to monitor examination radiation dose indices to enable comparison to establish diagnostic reference levels. Okay, thank you. You can turn around and sit down now. Okay, again, I'd like to ask Professor Heather Hummelauer-Sola to come up to the stage. Okay, at this time, the class of 2026 has collaborated to assign a superlative to each student, and they'd like to share those with the audience this evening. As I call your name with your superlative, please come up to the stage again in order to receive a little momentum of your tenure here at Mercer County Community College. Okay. The first one, Most likely to travel tech around the country, Kevin Figueroa. Most likely to run the department one day, Jessica Tajiboy. Most likely to bring snacks to clinical, Tori McGee. Miss Fashionista, Mary Cruz Abad. Most likely to survive on coffee and vibes, Nicole Hunter. Most likely to be the calm in the chaos, Geraldi Gallardo. Most well-rounded, Arandi Amaduru. And this is true. He kept me laughing for 2 years. Class comedian Hassan Faiz. Most likely to brighten the dark room, Jose Rodriguez Chacon. Most likely to befriend a patient, and I'm going to add, and anybody else, to Shea Gleaton. The human grid blocking out all the scatter, very focused, Adriana Lopez Sanchez. Most likely to turn confidence into results, Simone Walker. Heart of class, Katerine Correa Posada. And this is true too, I blink my eyes. Most likely to take 10 minutes for a 60-minute exam, Kevin Barry. Sassy Portable King, Pedro Zambrano. And most inspirational story, Whitney Maltby. Okay, and just before Dean Miserec comes up with her closing statements, I would just like to take one more time for the students, the graduates, to stand up, and everybody just give them one more round of applause. Congratulations again to the class of 2026. Okay, thank you.
All right, so as we come to the conclusion of tonight's ceremony, I just want to invite you to consider giving back. Now that you're a graduate, consider giving back to Mercer and helping another future student. And I invite all of you in the audience to consider that as well. In your program book, you'll find a QR code that is a very easy way to donate. We have a health professions fund that helps support students throughout their journey here, and even a small donation. If every graduate's here, a family made even a donation of $25, it would start to add up to something substantial. And we really depend on our donors to help fund some of our scholarships to help people as they go along. And by the way, it's mobile friendly, so you can do it right here. So once again, we want to extend our deepest congratulations to this class of radiography students. This is not an easy program. It's a rigorous program, and it's meant to be. We depend on you for so many things within our healthcare ecosystem. We're all part of the same team. Dr. Schreier mentioned he's part of a healthcare team. I've been part of a healthcare team. We can't do it without all working together. And so it's really a blessing that we have the opportunity to all work together as one in that. So before we finish out tonight, I'm going to invite all the graduates to come on stage so we can get one group picture, and I'll invite the faculty to join in for that as well. And then once they are done, the photos from tonight's ceremony will be posted on Mercer County Community College's social media pages. So if you don't already like and follow us, please do so. You'll be able to see all of the pictures from tonight's ceremony there. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. Please get home safely. Let's wait for the high sign from the photographer before we all storm the stage, okay? This concludes tonight's ceremony. Thank you all for coming, and get home safe.